Hey everyone, it's Hungry Cat, and today I'm going to give an overview of all the gear I'll be taking on my upcoming thru hike of the Continental Divide Trail. I definitely have some experience with choosing gear for this hike because in 2019 I attempted a thru hike of the CDT and I made it through New Mexico and Colorado before finally cutting that hike short. I'm going to be making a few changes to my gear this time around. Some of those are just a natural evolution of my hiking, and some are related to route choices and the fact that I'll be bringing a camera and electronics to film this hike. First, I'll give a quick rundown of everything that's coming with me, and then I'll give a short commentary at the end. Overall, for most of the trail, my pack base weight without food and water will be about 13.6 pounds, which I'm pretty happy with considering all the camera gear that I'm bringing. Some of my gear is going to be section specific, like the stuff I'll need to get through the snow in the San Juans in Colorado. Be sure and check out the video description for a link to my full gear list on Lighter Pack. It shows every item I'm bringing, its associated weight, and there's also a link to where you can find these items for further research and purchase if you so desire. With all that said, let's get started.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, welcome back. Now that we've gotten through the overview portion, I just wanted to highlight a few pieces of gear that are different for me this time around. The first is the backcountry bidet. I've really been enjoying this since I first tried it on trail last year. It's a great way to stay cleaner, help prevent chafing, and to use less or even no toilet paper. It also attaches to any standard size smart water bottle or other soda bottle, so it's really convenient when you're on trail. The next item is the hermetically sealed OPSAC bag, and I typically use the 12 by 20 inch size to store my food and my cook pot. There are large portions of the CDT where there really just aren't a lot of good trees to hang food, so the best way to avoid unwanted animal encounters is to contain the food odors. Next up, I'm taking a modified sun bandana this year, and I'm really excited about it. I used a normal cotton bandana when I hiked in 2019, and I would just shove it under the rim of my hat to keep it in place. It worked okay, but the problem is I still got burned through it, so while it helped, it didn't prevent me from having to use sunscreen. It also didn't have great coverage around the sides of my face. Fortunately for me, I have a wonderful mom who is also a very good seamstress, and she helped me to properly sew on Velcro tabs so that I could affix it around the top of my hat and also on the side so I could pinch it in close under my chin. And I think this is really going to be a nice way to block the sun while also still allowing for airflow. I could use my buff for sun coverage, but I don't like having something so tight around my face and neck. I really like to be able to have that airflow, so I'm excited about the sun bandana and we'll see how it goes. Lastly, I'm using a higher capacity power bank this year at 20,000 milliamp hours versus the 15,000 milliamp hour one I carried in 2019. This is mainly due to the fact that I need more juice to charge my camera equipment along with everything else. I'm also using a slightly heavier but more powerful wall charger by Anker. The reason I'm doing this is the combination of the two allows me to completely recharge my power bank in about 3.5 hours, which is really fast in comparison to my old battery pack, which took about 8 to 12 hours to charge. If something takes 8 to 12 hours to fully charge, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time in town, usually overnight, doing it. So the thing I like about my new setup is, while it's a little bit heavier, not only do I have more juice, but I'm also able to charge quickly in case I don't want to stay in town. So I can pretty much fully recharge it while I'm getting some food to eat and resupplying. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I guess we'll see how it works out. And that's it, folks. That's everything I'm taking on this hike. There are definitely items I could leave behind and might be considered luxury items, but I've kind of learned my own style over the years, and some things I'd just rather carry than not have. I just enjoy having them on trail, and I'm willing to carry the weight. And that's just going to be a personal choice for everyone as they work out what gear they want to take. There's no right or wrong gear. This certainly isn't a what you should take on the CDT video. This is a what I'm taking on the CDT, and it works for me. I'm sure I'll do a retrospective on this gear after I finish the hike to let you know how everything worked out and whether or not I was happy with everything or I would make changes if I were to do it again. If you found any value in this video, I'd love it if you would hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and consider sharing it with your friends or on social media. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video.